What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's JewDog1302 signing in again today. I hope you're having a fabulous day, because I'm not, because I had recently did a movie review on a very special movie that I enjoy very much. It's called Deathwatch, and I used some clips in there, and YouTube gave me the okay that, yeah, there's nothing wrong with it, go for it. Then they claimed, then Lionsgate, and I think it's Kronos Group. I'll put the picture right now about who claimed my video. They decided to claim it, give me the red dollar sign, which is fine. You know, I do this for fun, but like they say, like I always say, if you can make extra money on the side without getting in trouble, why not? But it took me about 2 weeks to make that video. Okay, so what I did is, this is a re-upload of that video. I changed the color, I changed the speed, I changed everything in the clips that I used from that movie for this review. And if I remember right, I think under copyright law, I think that doesn't affect me as a YouTube creator, because I think that falls under maybe fair use, or maybe I'm doing a review or educational, or I'm just talking about something that I like and I want to share. So with all that and whatnot being said, this has been JewDog1302, and if you guys could just do the big favor, watch the video again. It probably sucks worse than the first one I put out, but just watch the video again, give it a like, a subscribe, a comment. If you don't like it, give it a dislike. It doesn't matter. Just, it would mean a lot if you could just do that. It would help out a lot. So with all that and whatnot being said, you guys have a wonderful day, and on to the video. Cheers. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's JewDog1302 signing in again today. I hope you're having a fabulous day, because I am. Because today I wanted to do a movie review on a movie that I enjoy very much. It's called Deathwatch. If I remember correctly, it came out in 2002. It stars Jamie Bell as Charlie, or, you know, throughout the movie they call him Shakespeare. I don't know why, but they call him Shakespeare. Hugo Spear, or Spree, I could be saying that wrong, as Sergeant David Tate, Lawrence Fox as Captain Jennings, and Hugo O'Connor as Bradford, Matthew Rise as Doc Fairway, sorry, forgive me, Doc Fairway, Andy Serkis as Thomas Quinn, and Chris Marshall as Private Starninski. Deathwatch, I really enjoy this movie, okay? I gotta just say it right off the bat, I really enjoy this movie because it's technically like a supernatural horror movie / war movie, because Deathwatch takes place in World War I, okay? And right from the get-go, guys, like, you can see it on everybody, on all the soldiers' faces. You can feel it in the scene that like the level of intensity, okay, because the British soldiers are about to charge a German machine gun nest. So I'm pretty sure, you know, that's pretty fucking scary, you know, like they're hunkered in, whatever. So that's besides the point. But what I really want you to pay attention to, if you guys do watch this movie, oh, by the way, spoilers, there's going to be lots of spoilers in this video, so just letting you know right now. If you have seen this movie, then you already know what's going on, and I want to hear your opinion on it. If you haven't seen this movie, this is why I'm giving you a spoiler warning. So when watching this movie, I want you to pay close attention to what happens to some of the soldiers in the middle of the charge that end up being our main group the movie focuses on, as it appears to be that they're probably the only survivors after the charge. So with that being said, the movie transitions to them walking through a forest, where we get this funny ass scene But then again, who can blame the guy, right? So then Private Hawkstone starts tripping out, right? Because he sees what he thinks is gas, you know, because remember, in World War One, poisonous gas was used a lot, okay? So he starts tripping out and on all this, all that, and spoiler alert, it's just fog. So, you know, that's a thing. I thought it was pretty funny when I saw that. I thought it was pretty funny, but at the same time, it's, you know, who, like I said before, who could blame the guy? You know, like, you know. But with that being said, Private McNess also points out something very strange,
Fuck the gas. What happened to the night?
suggesting that it should still be dark outside when it's clearly like looks like it's fresh in the morning, like 7 in the morning. You know, the sun's barely rising, which is a little strange, don't you think? So, you know, I'm just saying things are getting a little weird. Are already starting to show signs of getting a little weird with what's going on. So after Private McNess points out that, you know, what happened in the day, they're walking along through the forest or the woods, whatever, and they stumble upon a German trench where one of the guys, and if I remember correctly, I think it is Private McNess or someone else, but he finds a German trench with 3 German soldiers inside the trench, but they have it blocked off and they have their guns facing at something. So the British soldier tells them, "Hey, yo, put your hands up, whatever, you know." They do turn around to acknowledge that, yeah, there's the British soldiers are there, but they never turn their rifles at them to shoot at the British soldiers. They just keep their rifles pointed and they're telling the British soldiers to run away. To run away, and like I said, they look absolutely terrified. And whatever it is that they're terrified, we the audience can't see it, and neither can the British soldiers. Only the German soldiers. And Andy Serkis being Andy Serkis, we get this scene right here. So Andy Serkis wastes one of the Germans, like real quick, no fucks given, and then one of them runs away, and they manage to capture one of them that keeps his hands up. And I want you to pay very close attention to the one that surrendered, because he becomes very important to the story later. So after that lovely little scene there, the captain gives orders to clear the trench, make sure there is no more Germans, make sure that, you know, they're not being set up, right? So they proceed to clear the trench, but while everybody's mounting up, stacking up to go clear the trench and look for, you know, any other German troops that are there, there's an uneasy tone in this movie, like in that scene. Not like a uneasy tone like a war movie where like we might be attacked at any time. No, it's more like a Pet Cemetery type of feeling, like something weird is going on here. And like it's you know, I don't want to give away too much. If you've seen, like I said in the beginning, if you've seen the movie, you get what I'm talking about. If you haven't, when you watch the movie, you'll get what I mean. Like, you can see it in the scene at how uneasy and unsettling it just makes you feel as the person watching, and you can only imagine the soldiers, how they might feel there. So after placing the explosives and sealing off the trench, they go to look around and see if there's any more German soldiers, you know, hanging around. But as that's going on, they're looking at all the dead German soldiers in the trench, and it shows signs that the Germans killed themselves, that they were fighting themselves.
Were they fighting each other?
Hand stick in hand.
So that's another clue as to what the hell is going on. What is this place that our company, and in the movie they're called Y Company. So it kind of gives you a makes you think, what the fuck, where are they? It gives you a hint. So after that scene, they break up into a group and go on to seal off sections of the trench to prevent being flanked by any backup German soldiers that might be coming to help. You get what I'm saying? So they go and they seal it off with explosives. As they do that, as they're sealing it off with explosives, they break up into a group and they put dynamite and they're blowing up sections of the trench to seal it off, to cave it in. Because remember, it's a very small company in a giant trench. So yeah, you might want to seal some shit off, right? Like that makes a lot of sense. If anybody who watches my videos is in the military, comment down below and maybe you could give a good reason why that makes sense. But then, as they blow up the walls of the trench, we get this little scene right here, which is kind of creepy. Blood starts coming out from the mud, but nobody notices it. They just ignore it. And then we see blood coming out from the mud, which is kind of pretty fucking creepy if you ask me, I'm just saying, just throwing it out there. So Bradford, the religious one of the group, he manages to find a radio in the trench that the Germans had, and he manages to fix it. But when he fixes it and he turns it on, all that's coming in is just confusing gibberish. Sorry, it's just confusing gibberish, just like that, But then we get the mud scene. It's one of my favorite scenes.
Sergeant!
And all I want to say is Andy Serkis is really good at playing a crazy guy. Okay? He blasts the fucking German right in the trench, right? He fucking blasts him point blank, then proceeds to scalp the motherfucking German that he just blasted. So yeah, and Andy Serkis is he's really good at playing a crazy dude, man. He plays Quinn, Thomas Quinn in the movie. But the movie never really gives us his rank, so I'm just going to call him Quinn throughout this review. So after all that, the group manages to get some rest and chill out for the night, while two guys are on watch duty. And Private Starninsky gets attacked by what at first I thought were zombies. But it turns out it's just dead bodies being puppeted by barbed wire. Which, shit just got real. That's... When you see the scene, it's very scary. Not scary, oh my god, but it's creepy. It's up there. It's one of those scenes that's up there where it'll kind of creep you out. So something supernatural is obviously going on after what we just saw right now with the barbed wire dead body puppets. Something supernatural is obviously going on, and Bradford is still on the radio. Bradford, do you remember I mentioned earlier, the religious dude of the group? Okay, well, he's still on the radio, and he's screaming at it that we are not dead. That's kind of a thing, right? Kind of weird. Kind of gives you a clue of where they might be. And as that's going on, some of the other soldiers start arguing amongst themselves because they're already starting to figure out where they are. And in my opinion, like I always say, like I said at the beginning of the video, there's going to be a lot of spoilers. I think they're in purgatory. So then what's left of the group starts hallucinating mortar fire, and in all the confusion, this happens. Captain shoots his own men, one of his own men, right in the face because of all the confusion, and they're all hallucinating. There's really nothing going on. So Private McNess is on guard duty one night, and he gets hit by what is I assume is blood, but it's a strange red mist that he gets hit by, but he thinks it's gas. But before it hits him, he's hallucinating. He's hearing like German soldiers, like if they're ganging up on him, and they're gonna get him.
Is this my time? Ah! We'll bring it on me! You're gonna fucking need it!
So he starts pumping off rounds. He alerts the rest of his crew, and stuff, and he takes off running, and the red mist, or like I said, what I assume is blood, is following him. And it keeps following him, and eventually it corners him, and it covers him in it, as you can see right here. But the thing is, he's the only one that can see it. Private McNess is the only one that can see it, because some other homies come to help him, but they can't see it. They think he's just tripping out, like he's just getting crazy. It's kind of giving a hint to like more that this place is like a test for their souls, or maybe it's just straight up hell. So at this point, like, everybody's really losing their shit. They don't know what to do. They don't know how, like what's going on. They have no idea. So one of the soldiers suggests that they leave, and like that they like get the fuck out of there. That they just climb out the trench and run away. But it's kind of not a good idea, because at that time, all deserters, they would shoot him. So, you know, but he's just trying to escape. He's trying to go just get away. But as he does that, later on in the night, this happens. So it turns out Quinn and Bradford actually know what's really going on. In case you haven't got it at this point, like I've said since the beginning, spoiler alert, they all died at the very beginning of the movie. And yes, they are in purgatory, and their souls are being tested, whether they're going to go to heaven or are they going to go to hell. Remember I mentioned before that they let one of the German soldiers live, and they kept him like as a hostage or whatever? Okay, well, he ties him to like a crucifix or some shit, and he's going to like kill him and like go crazy, like, you know, because he's already going crazy. He already figured it out. So then it gets to a crazy scene where Quinn, the crazy guy, bashes the fuck out of the captain from his own side. Sergeant Tate goes to confront him, and they have a fist fight. They go at it, and Sergeant Tate ends up wrapped up in the barbed wire, just like he was in the beginning, which is kind of another clue as it might be purgatory. Shakespeare tries to come to the rescue, right? But it's already too late, because the captain and the sergeant are dead. But what I want you to notice is what Quinn tells Shakespeare. Pay close attention, and it confirms that they are all already dead since the very beginning of the movie.
You left him to die before. But you think nobody saw you run away? We're all dead!
And then we get another crazy scene, okay? Quinn, for being such a fucking asshole throughout the whole movie, and I guess his whole life before he died, this happens. This asshole gets what he deserves. And it's kind of a little uneasy to watch. If you don't like things going through your skin and coming out the other side, like, you know, I'm not talking about piercings. It's pretty intense. So remember the German that they had let live, that Quinn, played by Andy Serkis, had strung up? Okay, well, him and Shakespeare kind of team up or whatever, but there's a part where it shows all the dead, everybody from the company that has passed away. So they basically went to hell. So you remember that German that they let live, and Quinn that he fucking strung up? Well, he tells this to Shakespeare, or Charlie, before he lets him climb up the ladder out the trench to go.
You did, Charlie. Only you tried to save me. That is why you're free.
Which, in my opinion, symbolizes like he went to heaven, because they are all already dead. And then after Charlie is allowed to leave, or Shakespeare, after he's allowed to leave and climb the ladder, the German sits back down, and he's greeted by another group of soldiers. I guess they turn out to be American, because they don't have any accents, and the movie ends there. So it's like this place might actually be purgatory. I don't know. Whatever you guys think. If you've seen the movie, let me know your opinion on the movie. If you haven't seen the movie, I highly recommend it. It's called Deathwatch. I said it came out in 2002, but I'm not too sure. It could be 2003 or 4, but it's around that time. But I'll make sure to put down below the right year it came out. But with all that being said, this has been JewDog1302 signing out. I hope you guys enjoyed this little movie review I put together for you guys. And with all that and whatnot, you guys have a wonderful day. Love you. Cheers. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is JewDog1302 signing in again today. I hope you're having a fabulous day, because today I'm not. I had recently put up a movie review about Deathwatch, which is one of my favorite movies, and Lionsgate, and I think it's Kronos Group. I'll show it right now on screen. They decided to give me the red dollar sign. You see, I do this for fun, okay? But like I always say, if you're going to make, if there's a way to make extra money without getting in trouble, why not, right? So that video took me about 2 weeks to make, and then these assholes claimed it, whatever. So I went back, I did it all over again, I changed some stuff. Kind of sucks more than it already did from the first time. But I changed the color, I changed everything. So if I'm right, under copyright law, this falls under maybe education or a review. So I am reviewing the movie. So, and I am not claiming any rights that I own them or anything like that. So with that being said, if you guys could just please watch the re-upload and check it out, give it a like, comment, subscribe, dislike it, I don't care, just that would be very amazing, because I ain't gonna let those motherfuckers see a dime of, because I'm doing my stuff honest. I'm trying my best. So with all that and whatnot, this has been JewDog1302 signing out, or not signing out, but on to the re-upload video. Cheers. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's JewDog1302 signing in again today. I hope you're having a fabulous day, because I'm not, because I had recently did a movie review on a very special movie that I enjoy very much. It's called Deathwatch, and I used some clips in there, and YouTube gave me the okay that, yeah, there's nothing wrong with it, go for it. Then they claimed, then Lionsgate, and I think it's Kronos Group. I'll put the picture right now about who claimed my video. They decided to claim it, give me the red dollar sign, which is fine. I do this for fun, but like they say, like I always say, if you can make extra money on the side without getting in trouble, why not? But it took me about 2 weeks to make that video. Okay, so what I did is, this is a re-upload of that video. I changed the color, I changed the speed, I changed everything in the clips that I used from that movie for this review. And if I remember right, I think under copyright law, I think that doesn't affect me as a YouTube creator, because I think that falls under maybe fair use, or maybe I'm doing a review or educational, or I'm just talking about something that I like and I want to share. So with all that and whatnot being said, this has been JewDog1302, and if you guys could just do the big favor, watch the video again. It probably sucks worse than the first one I put out,
But just watch the video again, give it a like, a subscribe, a comment. If you don't like it, give it a dislike. It doesn't matter. Just, it would mean a lot if you could just do that. It would help out a lot. So with all that and whatnot being said, you guys have a wonderful day, and on to the video. Cheers.